It was just more of a tactical thing that you left them off for those first 45.
Time report will commence after this. The club is up 3-0 over Inter Miami at the break. You're listening to Philadelphia Union Soccer on 97.5 The Fanatic.
You're listening to the Union Radio Network.
The Swag is a no-cost soccer training program for young athletes in Philadelphia's under-resourced communities. With numerous locations across the Philadelphia area and multiple programs to suit all skill levels, The Swag is committed to building a level playing field where anyone can compete. If interested in learning more about the program or to make a donation, visit the-swag.org. The Swag is fully funded by donations, so please consider making a contribution today. The Swag is proud to partner with the Philadelphia Union in our effort to create opportunities for everyone in soccer.
Union win, you win. Visit Harrah's Philadelphia the day after a Philadelphia Union victory and get 2-for-1 fresh baked pizzas. Then keep the winning going with a 2x reward credit multiplier while playing your favorite slots or table games. That's 2-for-1 pizzas and 2x comp dollar earning. Union win, you win. Only at Harrah's Philadelphia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 and older to gamble.
How do we create hope for a cleaner planet? Together. We see you conscious carpooling and weekend beach cleaning. All who've long gone green and all taking their first steps. We see you doing your part for the planet every day. And Green Mountain Energy is here to power everything you do with 100% renewable wind and solar energy. So join us for the love of the planet and for the hope inspired by everything on it. Green Mountain Energy. Light the future. PUCT 10009.
Whether it's a weekend staycation, intimate getaway, or you just want to spoil yourself and a loved one, discover Sofitel Philadelphia at Rittenhouse Square, a luxury resort with a perfect blend of French elegance and American style, ideally located in the city of brotherly love. Each Sofitel draws inspiration from local culture and tradition while celebrating innovation and the French art de vivre to offer a one-of-a-kind luxurious hotel experience. From design details to exhibitions and events, discover what makes our hotels so unique. Plan your Philadelphia getaway now, and for the lowest rate anywhere, book directly with Sofitel at SofitelPhiladelphia.com.
Need a little peace and quiet? Revitalize your spirit as you explore our winding country roads and make your way to our charming shops and cozy eateries. Here, everyone from the solo adventurer to lively families can experience rejuvenation and our timelessness. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania is an affordable haven for your next getaway. Visit discoverlancaster.com for more of what Lancaster County has to offer.
Don't let bone, muscle, or joint pain sideline you from your favorite activities. Premier Orthopedics physicians and therapists treat all injuries with the expertise and resources to help get you back to feeling your best. And with more than 50 locations throughout the region, including 2 orthopedic urgent care centers, Premier Orthopedics provides exceptional care when and where you need it. Get back in the game. Call Premier Orthopedics today at 1-855-ORTHO-24 or visit premierortho.com. Premier Orthopedics is the official orthopedics and physical therapy partner of the Philadelphia Union. You're listening to Union Soccer on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Oh, with a chance of a breakaway pass, Larea has it on his left with the shot and scores! There's 2 for Michael Lua!
Now, it's time for tonight's halftime show.
Dave Little, Shannon Williams back at Subaru Park in Chester, where the Philadelphia Union lead Inter Miami by a score of 3-0. And Shannon, I didn't love the start of the game. I know the teams were feeling out one another. We saw the high line by Inter Miami. I know they're dominating possession, but then things quickly shifted when Glesnes had that goal off of the corner in the 14th minute. What changed in your eyes?
Just Mbaizo wanting to take somebody on 1v1. He gets a corner kick out of it, and he should get as much credit as Kai does for getting the ball in. So they get an early goal, which helps them open up the game a little bit, and they then find their way into the game. We know that they're not big on possession, and it's what they do with the possession. So they've done a good job of playing forward and then looking to force mistakes out of Inter Miami, and they've done a good job of it so far in this first half, and to the tune of 3-0.
No question, you're spot on, partner, because Inter Miami has outpossessed the Union 69%. They're down 3-0. Union only have 31%. I know Jim Curtin doesn't like to have the bulk of the possession, but that's not great play from Inter Miami. Let's go to the highlight, Shannon, in the first half, where things change in the 14th minute. Kai Wagner with the game's first corner to the left of Calendar. A beautiful in-swinger, and Glesnes pounded it home. Wagner places the ball down. McVeigh, Ruiz, Taylor, Pizarro, all defending inside their own 18. A corner upcoming for the Union, 14th minute, no score. Kai is ready as his right hand down. Getting set, a two-step approach. Lashes an in-swinger inside. Off of Glesnes and in! Jacob Glesnes with his first tally this year from a corner from Kai Wagner. Glesnes delivers off of his head. 1-0 Union.
The Union have been doing a better job in the set pieces and making sure that they're putting balls into a dangerous area and then looking to have good runs. Glesnes makes a good run and gets one off the head right into the side corner.
That's when you started to see the Union really win a lot out of the midfield thanks to Leon Flock. I thought Jose Martinez had a up and down first half. I think it got better. That allowed the Union to play some balls over the top. We fast forward to the 39th minute. Beautiful combination out into the right side flank. Shannon was mentioning Olivier Bizo out into that right. Ua got a touch inside for Julian Carranza with his 10th of the year. Chip forward Carranza. Goslock outside the area. Tried to thrash this one forward. Pinball off the one. Over McVay. Ua settles. Carranza scores! Back post. Julian Carranza from Ua. And it's double digits for Carranza this year. His team high 10th goal. There's the second. 2-0 Union.
And it comes from a deflection. McVay doesn't do a good job. It actually short hops over his head, and Ua does the right thing to lay the ball off, and Carranza finishes it. So he's been a little bit off in these last couple of games, but finally finding the scoring touch again in front of the goal, and that's a sight for the eyes of the Union fans as they've seen now 10 goals from Julian Carranza.
Yep, and mirroring that performance, I thought one of the most beautiful, picturesque combination plays this season by the Union for a first half stoppage time goal, thanks to the work rate of Alejandro Bedoya and Gazdag, and it's Leon Flock, the hero against FC Cincinnati last year in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Leon gets his second career goal with a strike inside towards the top of the box. Martinez, diagonal ball, 50 yards ahead. Bizo towards the quarter flag to the left of Calendar. Taylor on him, now playing in that left back spot. Bizo inside the 18, off the back heel of Gazdag. Bedoya lays it off. Leon Flock scores! Leon Flock's first this year, his second career goal. 3-0 Union on a beautifully combined ball by the club to Leon.
And just a good combination play at the top of the box. I'm really impressed that Bedoya knows his players so well that he lays it off to Flock's left. Flock is a lefty, and that gives him the opportunity to get a good strike on it. He keeps it low, and that gives it a chance to go on frame.
Yeah, I think he's rewarded with a heck of a first half. We'll step aside first half numbers. Shannon's analysis and scores around this week 21 coming up. The Union is up 3-0 at halftime over Inter Miami. You're listening to Philadelphia Union Soccer on 97.5 The Fanatic.
You're listening to the Union Radio Network.
If you want most of your breakfast stolen every morning, parenting is for you. If you want your kids to steal a delicious breakfast every morning, Thomas's English muffins are for you. You might not be able to have your breakfast and eat it too, but they'll enjoy it. Thomas's.
Wake up to what's possible.
Hi, it's Brian Boucher, and let me tell you about my friend Mario and his team at Great Railing. When your deck or railing project is in crunch time, there's only one place to go. In one trip to Great Railing, you'll find everything for the whole project from start to finish in stock. They have a huge selection of highest quality products at a fraction of the cost. I know firsthand the money you will save on your project. For quality products and everyday great pricing, do it.
Is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best zero sugar ever. It's delicious.
And they learned that Kevin Payne passed away, the founder of the team, one of the pioneers of U.S. soccer, and they had a nice
when it's this hot. Both these teams coming from the West Coast, it's going to be important that you're good with the ball, good in possession. I'm actually a little surprised the Fire are pressing high right now. It's going to be difficult to maintain a high press in this weather, in this heat, even with those water breaks halfway through each half.
Eric Tommy bringing a bit of pressure now. As the Fire cross into Sporting's half. They'll be looking for Kai Kamara in this game. He has been a bright spot for this Chicago side that has struggled in 2023, currently sitting 11th in the Eastern Conference, 3 points behind the playoff line, though. But Kai Kamara leading the side in goals. Johnny Russell on the far side, one of the two changes to the lineup for Sporting Kansas City tonight from that midweek matchup at the LA Galaxy. Johnny Russell making his return for the first time since May 20th. It's been about a month since he had to step aside with a hamstring injury. The other change is Robert Castellanos making his return along the back line in the center back spot, as Danny Rosero picked up a yellow card Wednesday night and is now out due to yellow card accumulation.
I actually don't mind that ball at all from Castellanos. Johnny Russell wanted it to his feet. Castellanos, though, the passing lane wasn't there. Just kind of dumped that one deep in the Fire end, or in Sporting to throw in.
Now Eric Tommy switching fields, finds Leibold. Shallowly under a lot of
overall, still situated at fourth place in the Eastern Conference.
Almost there with that 4-1 scoreline. Almost got to 5 here today, but thought they had a really good game. Thought they improved on the point that they were able to pick up on the road, and we'll see where they go from there.
8th win in the last 11 matches for the Philadelphia Union. Goals by Glesnes, Carranza, Leon Flock for the Union, an own goal off of Ruiz that made it 4. Taylor had the loan for Inter Miami. We'll step aside. We'll wrap up this one after these messages. The final tonight from Subaru Park, the Union take it 4-1 over Inter Miami. They have won 8 of the last 11. Post-game show coming up on the horizon. You're listening to Philadelphia Union Soccer on 97.5 The Fanatic.
You're listening to the Union Radio Network.
As a mom, chefing in the morning is easy. Thanks to Thomas's Bagels. They're just toast, top, and serve.
Mom, this breakfast is chef's kiss. Mwah!
See? Rave reviews. Thomas's.
Wake up to what's possible.
How do we create hope for a cleaner planet? Together. We see you conscious carpooling and weekend beach cleaning. All who've long gone green and all taking their first steps. We see you doing your part for the planet every day. And Green Mountain Energy is here to power everything you do with 100% renewable wind and solar energy. So join us for the love of the planet and for the hope inspired by everything on it. Green Mountain Energy. Light the future. PUCT 10009.
Whether it's a weekend staycation, intimate getaway, or you just want to spoil yourself and a loved one, discover Sofitel Philadelphia at Rittenhouse Square, a luxury resort with a perfect blend of French elegance and American style, ideally located in the city of brotherly love. Each Sofitel draws inspiration from local culture and tradition while celebrating innovation and the French art de vivre to offer a one-of-a-kind luxurious hotel experience. From design details to exhibitions and events, discover what makes our hotels so unique. Plan your Philadelphia getaway now, and for the lowest rate anywhere, book directly with Sofitel at SofitelPhiladelphia.com.
Need a little peace and quiet? Revitalize your spirit as you explore our winding country roads and make your way to our charming shops and cozy eateries. Here, everyone from the solo adventurer to lively families can experience rejuvenation and our timelessness. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania is an affordable haven for your next getaway. Visit discoverlancaster.com for more of what Lancaster County has to offer.
If you want most of your breakfast stolen every morning, parenting is for you. If you want your kids to steal a delicious breakfast every morning, Thomas's English muffins are for you. You might not be able to have your breakfast and eat it too, but they'll enjoy it. Thomas's.
Wake up to what's possible.
You're listening to the Union Radio Network.
Final tonight from Subaru Park in Chester, Pennsylvania. The Philadelphia Union taking 4-1 over Inter Miami, who drops their 7th consecutive league game. And the Philadelphia Union improve to 10-5-4 with 34 points, remaining 4th in the East. Dave Leto and Shannon Williams with you. And Shannon, we mentioned it was a tough start, I think, for either team feeling it out in the opening 10 minutes. But after that Glesnes header off of the corner, things changed in favor of the club.
Yeah, two teams in different spots as the Union were coming off a game in midweek, and Miami hasn't played in over 10 days. So definitely in different places and wanted to start the game off a little bit safe, and it definitely showed. But luckily for the Union, they were able to get that early goal off the corner kick.
Yep, so Glesnes had the header in for his first goal since 2021 against Toronto in that 3-0 win that season for Glesnes. And by the way, congrats to him. 92nd straight start. That's the longest active streak in the league. He has played every minute, including this year, going back to the previous 2. So he gets the scoring started, followed by Julian Carranza in the 39th minute on a beautiful ball by Ua that caromed over the head from the grass ahead of Chris McVeigh. And Carranza got the second tally tonight for his team-high 10th goal. Now second in MLS with that. And of all players, Leon Flock in first-half stoppage time with a strike on a beautiful combination from Bedoya and Gazdag. It was probably the prettiest combination we've seen leading to a goal, with Leon Flock getting on the sheet. Like he had the big goal in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference semifinals against Cincinnati here, gets another for the teams to go into the locker room up 3-0. So up 3-0, Shannon, we start the highlights of the second half. Robert Taylor trying to come on strong and get Inter Miami on the board early in the second. Kremoski is playing out to the right, Pizarro out to the left. Martinez wearing 17, and Pink is the target man. Racing forward here, Frey out to the right, gets it back from Kremoski. In the middle for Ruiz. Ruiz back to Kremoski, edge of the 18. Martinez lays it off, so does Pizarro here for Taylor. Two-step approach, right at goal. Carves off the Union and in. Taylor's going to get the goal. That's the first tonight for Inter Miami. They get one back, and it's a 3-1 game. Taylor scores for the second time against the Union this year.
Yeah, and it just was unfortunate for the Union. It takes a deflection off of Glesnes, who's trying to make a block. It hits off his hip, and Joe Bennett's caught going wrong-footed.
And about 19 minutes later, in a 3-1 Union lead, Ua caromed inside the area, looked for Carranza. It looked like Julian got a tip at it, but getting his boot on it was Ruiz as well, and it will be credited as an own goal against Ruiz in Inter Miami. Last score takes the Leon Flock at first half stoppage time. A tackle by Julian Carranza. Bueno combines with Gazdag, blazing past the center circle in transition for the attack for the Union. Gazdag, a direct ball over to Julian Carranza, tip of the 18, lets it go for Michael Ua, 1v1 with McVeigh. Options for Ua inside the 18, cuts it back across the grade, and it backed home for Julian Carranza, hits the edge of the crossbar and dips in.
Union doing a good job of punishing mistakes there. They were clinical once they won the ball, trying to get forward, trying to get into that front three, do a good job playing the ball over to Michael Ua, who does the right thing again by cutting it back. and the Inter Miami defense is facing their own goal and has no option but to try to slide, and it ends up going into the goal.
Yeah, so Carranza didn't celebrate, even though he collided with the boots of David Ruiz, and we saw the replay in our monitor here. It went off for Ruiz, an own goal. It's not a brace for Carranza, but Ruiz with the own goal made it 4-1 Union. But Inter Miami, give them credit, they made a host of changes. I know they've had a tumultuous season, but Nate Harriel, who comes in as a second-half sub, saves the day to help Joe Bendick, robbing Martinez and company of Miami. Beautiful ball inside. Robinson across the green. Right to Joseph Martinez. Stopped by Nate Harriel, who bails out Joe Bendick to his left. Second ball, one inside the 18 by Miami. Ruiz, tip of the 18. Here comes Leon Flock past Kramoski, who falls. Cleared away by Elliott. Nate Harriel saves the day in the back.
And that's why you switch into a back three, especially at the end of the game. Nate Harriel, I thought, came in and did a really good job of covering those other center backs and making sure that the Union closed the door and didn't concede any more goals tonight.
Shane, in the fourth time, the Union put up a 4 spot. The other 2 times, the 22nd of April, that 4-2 win against Toronto. Remember, that was the UA game. And also the first game of the 4-1 win over Columbus. Final totals, Inter Miami actually outshot the Union 9-8, 3 shots apiece for either team. So Bendick does make a couple saves in this one. Possession to Inter Miami, 69% against this Inter Miami side who falls 4-1. The Union just had 31% of the possession, and you're okay with that? I know the coaching staff likes the low percentage numbers.
Who cares about the ball?
Right.
It just matters if it goes in when you're in and around the goal. And the thing that the Union do so well is absorbing that pressure. That's why they have Flack and Martinez in the midfield to absorb pressure and then look to break out from there. It's their bread and butter. Teams come in here all the time trying to play and trying to send numbers forward, and then Union counter them to the tune of 4 goals tonight.
All right, some scores from around MLS tonight before we go. Charlotte Montreal with a scoreless draw in that one. DC won 3-0 over Cincinnati at home. That means the unbeaten streak for Cincinnati is squashed at 11 games. So congrats to DC on that win. New England does win 2-1 over Toronto.
As Andreu Fontas was trying to save that.
Big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. With the Kroger app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Our priorities, they've changed.
Hey Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX. With intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
You may know us for powering your journey, but we'll be remembered as the energy for your home.
We're home.
With 100% renewable electricity plans for you, your family, and their future.
Sup?
Because all the energy you give to your home,
Hey Dad, I'm home.
is worth all the energy we can give to you.
At MD Anderson Cancer Center, our thoracic subspecialists are raising the standard in lung cancer care. We use advanced genomic testing to develop personalized therapies for each patient's cancer. With leading-edge technology like proton therapy, gamma knife and robotic surgery, and innovative clinical trials, we'll do whatever it takes to help our patients face and overcome lung cancer. Learn more at mdandersonlungcancer.com.
With the Kroger Plus card, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. The Kroger Plus card. All you do is win big, big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. With the Kroger app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is the Houston Dynamo FC Halftime Show on ESPN 97.5. Here's Glenn Davis and Bobby Boswell.
All right, welcome back to ESPN 97.5 halftime in Austin at Q2 Stadium. The Dynamo 2-0 down to Austin FC. Ethan Finley in the 22nd, Jazzy Zardes in the 32nd. Let's get the highlights here. Austin FC coming out really through possession, dominating this game. The Dynamo do have a header that flashes wide here. Hector Herrera, 19th minute. Rare touch here for Baird in the first half. Extended possession, 19th minute. Good looking cross, flashed header. Just goes wide. Herrera got into the box. Tremendous delivery. He was completely unmarked. Could not steer the header on target after the Dynamo with a good build-up here. Was offside, Bobby, but it was one of the better chances.
There were a lot of chances that came from out wide play today from the Dynamo in the first half, but they've had a high line, Austin, and the Dynamo haven't been able to figure that out yet.
All right, Austin FC gets the game's first goal, 22nd minute. Visconti now just over the halfway line in the Dynamo half of the field. Flights it out wide to Gallagher. He's far side of the field. He'll knock it back to Driussi. He whips in a ball. The flicked on header. It's 1-0. Looks like it's offside, though. We will see, though. There will be a check on this. But this is a driven-in ball from Sebastian Driussi.
Austin had extended pressure on the Dynamo. They were able to maintain possession. They drop it back to Driussi, they had a 10 yards of space, and he just hits a lethal ball that goes off Mikel, and Ethan Finley's there to clean it up.
10 minutes later, they make it 2-0. Fagundes, Driussi to the back post, 2-0. Austin FC is going wild here. Jazzy Zardes pounds in the header. Unbelievable ball from Driussi. It is now 2-0 in the 32nd minute. And unbelievably wide open.
He is such a great player for this league, and it's kind of shocking that the Dynamo are giving him so much time and space, but you got to give him a lot of credit, too. He can go all over the field. He has the freedom to roam, and when he gets the ball in those kind of areas, he's going to punish you.
Hector Herrera had a really interesting moment. He laid down 3 defenders by cutting back and chopping a ball in a penalty area, gets a shot off, and ends up getting blocked. Over the top here, Aliou Ibrahim. A chance to bring the Dynamo back, doesn't get the shot off. It's a saving play for Radovanovic. Ibrahim has got to get that shot off, and it's 2-1. Here's Herrera now. Hector Herrera. He's laid a defender down. Herrera, can he get the shot off? Left-footed shot is blocked. Oh, Herrera was juking players inside the box. Got a great left-footed hit off. It's a huge block from Radovanovic.
It would have been one of the goals of the year. It's still going to be on his highlight reel. It was an excellent play from Hector. He was just unfortunate not to get it in the back of the net.
Radovanovic with the big block. 2-0 Austin FC over the Houston Dynamo. We'll take a break. We'll come back, take a look at stats. We'll give you an update on the United States national team and more.
Going into Leagues Cup, if at all possible, but 12th place after the result tonight, 5-10-6, their current record, and now a week of rest and time to prepare ahead of next weekend's match, 7:30 p.m. July 1st against the Vancouver Whitecaps, who are currently sitting in 10th. So 2 teams in Sporting Kansas City and Vancouver looking to edge their way back into playoff contention as the hot summer months roll on. But tonight, Sporting Kansas City could not find their way past the Chicago Fire, losing 1-0 here at Children's Mercy Park. That'll do it for us over here in the booth. But up next, the final whistle post-match show here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. So keep your dials tuned in to the station, and we'll see you here in just a short bit on the other side.
Raising the standard in lung cancer care. We use advanced genomic testing to develop personalized therapies for each patient's cancer. With leading-edge technology like proton therapy, gamma knife and robotic surgery, and innovative clinical trials, we'll do whatever it takes to help our patients face and overcome lung cancer. Learn more at mdandersonlungcancer.com.
With the Kroger Plus card, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. The Kroger Plus card. All you do is win big, big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. With the Kroger app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Our priorities, they've changed.
Hey Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX with intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
This is the Houston Dynamo FC postgame show on ESPN 97.5. Here's Glenn Davis and Bobby Boswell.
All right, welcome back to ESPN 97.5. Jazzy Zardes with his kids on the field here. One of the goal scorers here tonight. Austin F3, a 3-0 win. There is a sense of relief, I think, for Austin FC now because they've been really up and down this year. The fans have been a little bit producing some pressure on the head coach, Josh Wolf. So they must be feeling they're in a better place now.
This game meant a lot more to Austin FC, I think, than it did to the Dynamo. And you saw it in the way they came out and the way they approached the game. I think the Dynamo, they had the ability to go out and not do as well. Unfortunately, at the end of the year, that might affect where they sit in it. But Austin had purpose tonight. They initiated a game plan that we haven't seen a lot of teams do in mitigating the effectiveness of the possession game for the Dynamo.
Why should this game mean more to Austin FC than the Houston Dynamo? I don't buy that.
I think because they lost 2 games already to Houston this year, and they were both here in Houston. But I think that they definitely couldn't go out and lose 3 in a row to the same team. So anytime you lose to a team twice in a year, whether it's home, away, it doesn't matter. You cannot go out and lose a third time. And I think there's a lot more expectation in Austin in terms of where they expected the team to be versus where they are. And if you were to have told me the Dynamo are going to be potentially playing for a second place position in the West at the halfway mark, I would have said they would have taken that all day.
1-6-2 on the road, though. That is still a problem for the Dynamo over the years now, winning on the road. So to me, tonight was a bit of a disappointment to me.
The expectation is changing for this Dynamo team where we expected them to go in there tonight. And you said it, you expected them to get potentially a win against an inconsistent Austin team. I expected at least a draw. I was really hopeful that they wouldn't go and get blown out. And that should be the most concerning thing. Outside of that LAFC game, their last 3 road games have been pretty high-scoring games where they've gotten 6 goals, 12 goals, and 3 of the last 4 games.
And fun for your entire family. July 1st through the 4th, the West Jordan Western Stampede is loaded with a parade, fireworks, carnival, Utah's #1 rodeo, mutton busting, and, well, you name it. Tickets start at $8 and are available online at westernstampede.com.
Today's match is in the books, and we're breaking it down. This is your RSL post-match show on the RSL Radio Network.
Welcome into the RSL post-match show here on the RSL Radio Network. Jake Hatch, Spencer Warren, Tom Hack will be with us momentarily. But, Spenno, talk about a wild second half as RSL
next goal, which was vitally important. Unfortunately, the timeliness of this in the 50th, Julio Cascante. Pereira to the end line, trying to get across, pulled back. He does to the far post, a header. Off and running is Austin FC. It's a third goal. It's Julio Cascante who heads it home. And the Dynamo in real trouble here in the 50th minute because the question of the Achilles heel of the road is going to come up again. 3 timely goals.
I think Owen Wolf, we talked about those central guys. Owen Wolf didn't have too much of an impact, but the other 2 guys did. And Pereira, he shut down passing lanes. He made it really tough on the Dynamo players all over the field. He contributed on that third goal. And then Sebastian Driussi, we talked about him and the keys to the game. You cannot let him have time and space, and he picked out guys when he wanted and led to the first 2 goals.
Austin FC, if you watch them repeatedly, they are a team that gets a ton of crosses in. Tonight, 25 crosses to 7 for the Dynamo. Ben Olsen cited their wide game, the fact that they just pump a ton of crosses in. The wide and the width of the game tonight clearly was won by Austin FC as well.
And I think the way that they took away the middle of the field was just to avoid it. And that's why they had so many crosses. They were able to just keep the ball, getting it out wide and moving it around. And the Dynamo just were not able to get into a rhythm. They kind of started getting into one later in the game when the score was out of reach. But I look at this Austin performance tonight, and I think they'll take a lot more out of that than the Dynamo will the loss. Dynamo do need to figure out how to stop leaking goals on the road if they're going to be a playoff-bound team.
So the Dynamo remain right now in 4th place with 8 wins, 8 losses, 3 draws. Austin FC pick up a few points here. They're within 2 of the Dynamo now. They remain in 8th. There's other results still going on tonight. Next up for the Houston Dynamo, it's out to Seattle. So a real challenge there, Bobby, with one of the elite teams in Major League Soccer on the artificial surface.
It's the hardest place to go in the league because of the surface and because of the travel and because of the fan base. And the team is a pretty good team, and that they've got a lot of guys that can really hurt you. So it's a tough stretch for the Dynamo. They've done really well playing against LAFC and San Jose. We knew this game was going to be tough going to a rival's place and getting a third win, or when you've beaten them twice. But this is a good stretch where we're going to learn a lot about this team.
What we know right now is Seattle is at the half with Orlando City at 0-0. So that'll be the next game for the Houston Dynamo. We will not have that on ESPN 97.5, but you can catch that on Apple TV. All right, that'll do it tonight here. Austin FC, 3-0 winners over the Houston Dynamo. For David Obert, our engineer out here back in studio, Brian McDonald, and, of course, Bobby Boswell on color, Justin Finger on data and stats. I'm Glenn Davis. Good night. The final score, the Dynamo go down 3-0 in Austin at Q2 Stadium. This week, Thursday, Soccer Matters, 7 Central. We'll talk all things Houston Dynamo and more. That'll do it tonight on ESPN 97.5.
Thank you for listening to today's broadcast of Houston Dynamo FC on your official English radio home, ESPN 97.5. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
You may know us for powering your journey, but we'll be remembered as the energy for your home.
We're home.
With 100% renewable electricity plans for you, your family, and their future.
Sup?
Because all the energy you give to your home,
Hey, Dad, I'm home.
is worth all the energy we can give to you.
Shot, save McCarthy, deflects out the Gold, 15 yards away, shot and goal. Ryan Gold has scored. He now has a goal and 2 assists in this match, and Vancouver lead 3-1 against the run of play. Frankly, kept getting worse. 68th minute, LAFC just found themselves right back into the match on a giveaway by Vancouver. Veselinovic loses the clearance. Here comes Bogus in the area, settles, crosses in the middle, Vela, goal! Ball don't lie! And just like that, after a bad miscue by Vancouver, the black and gold have again cut the lead to 1. It's 3-2. How in the world VAR does not call that a penalty? And now the referees can hide behind the fact LAFC score anyway on a bad giveaway by Veselinovic. Bogus with a great crossover, and Vela slotted it home. 6th goal for Carlos Vela, 2nd assist of the season for Bogus, who had a goal against Seattle last week. So Mateusz Bogus really starting to get more and more comfortable. But that, sadly, is how the game would end. 3-2 the final. Vancouver with 38% of the possession, but got 16 shots off. LAFC 17. Both teams 9 shots on goal. A lot of them, in fairness, were goals the keeper saw right into their arms. But, in fairness, also, Takaoka and John McCarthy both made a couple of really nice saves. Good game if you're a neutral observer. It's the pits if you're LAFC at home to drop your second game at home and give Vancouver their first win on the road. The Whitecaps improved to 6-5-7 now, 25 points in the West. LAFC dropped to 9-4-5. Still stuck on 32, but they're doing fine coming through so far this season and a crowded schedule. Coming up, we're going to bring you the Game Changer powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change on the home of the Black and Gold postgame show presented by Heineken. This is ESPN LA.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales quotas from calendar year sales.
Just a second. Listen, it's hard to balance work, family, and school. But it's easier when your university is built for students with a lot on their plate. Since 1976, University of Phoenix has helped over 1 million working adults earn their degree. Come see what they can do for you. Find out more at phoenix.edu. University of Phoenix. We rise for you. Okay, what's going on?
What does it take to make the world's most awarded tequila? 1800 Tequila knows it takes dedication down to every drop. It's more than just harvesting the finest blue agave. It's using it in a 200-year-old recipe recognized by tequila experts as the best in its class. So when you choose 1800 Tequila, you choose taste above all. 1800, the best taste in tequila. 1800 Tequila, Proximo, Jersey City, New Jersey. 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Sweet, savory, refreshing. Those are just a few words to describe the new Baskin-Robbins Mango Nata. Our tribute to this traditional Mexican beverage combines the bright, tropical flavor of mango, the tangy kick of chamoy, and the spice of Tajín Clásico seasoning, leaving taste buds with an unforgettably unique experience. It's the perfect way to sip in the new season. Try a Mango Nata today at Baskin-Robbins. Sweet, savory, score.
If your colors are black and gold, then you know the heart of LA. And if you're one of 4 million that call LA home, then you're the heart that keeps LAFC going strong. As the team physicians of LAFC, Kaiser Permanente knows that a strong team needs a stronger community. And we're dedicated to helping keep LAFC, their fans, and LA at their absolute best. Because shoulder to shoulder we stand, and together we thrive. Kaiser Permanente.
200% more power, 300% longer battery life, and 100% faster charging. That's what pros can expect from Flex Power Tools. Featuring stacked lithium battery technology, this game-changing power keeps pros on the job and off the sidelines, so they can outwork, outperform, and outlast the competition. And it's backed by the Flex lifetime warranty for all tools, batteries, and chargers. Stay in the game with Flex Power Tools, a proud sponsor of LAFC. Visit flexpowertools.com to check out the full lineup of 24-volt tools.
What does a bank like BMO know about soccer? Well, we've been a fan for 2 decades. Helped over 250,000 kids take the pitch. And invested $25 million in support of youth athletes. But we're not just growing the game, we're growing the good. We're a bank that helps millions of customers make real financial progress. And that's something we can all cheer for. BMO, official bank of LAFC. BMO Harris Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
You're listening to the Black and Gold postgame show, recapping everything that went down tonight.
This is the Black and Gold postgame show.
The Black and Gold postgame show presented by Heineken.
The Black and Gold postgame show is presented by Heineken. Heineken, official partner of Los Angeles Football Club.
This is LAFC's head coach, Steve Cherundolo. This is the Black and Gold postgame show.
LAFC Vancouver is a final.
Is a final once again.
Back to Dave Denholm.
3-2 Vancouver over LAFC here at BMO Stadium on a rather interesting match as it unfolded, but a tough night for the Black and Gold. It is time for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Game changer. It was Carlos Vela in the 68th, getting LAFC right back into the match just 5 minutes after they found themselves trailing 3-1. Veselinovic loses the clearance. Here comes Bogusz in the area, settles, crosses in the middle. Vela, goal! Ball don't lie! And just like that, after a bad miscue by Vancouver, the Black and Gold have again cut the lead to 1. It's 3-2. How in the world VAR does not call that a penalty? And now the referees can hide behind the fact LAFC score anyway on a bad giveaway by Veselinovic. Bogusz with a great crossover and Vela slotted it home. Yeah, good goal there by LAFC and Mateusz Bogusz and Carlos Vela capitalizing on the mistake. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and to score game-winning coupons off your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. But it wasn't quite enough. Vancouver, first road win, and it is a big one for them. As remember, they were kind of around the bottom of the Western Conference playoff spots. Huge win whenever you can come into BMO Stadium and get a victory. And they are the second team to do that this season, so a tough loss for LAFC. But the Black and Gold stay on 32 points. However, St. Louis's win on the evening has vaulted them ahead of LAFC up into first place in the West. They're both on 32 points. St. Louis has one more victory.